Today I'm going to be going over some of my early predictions for Night of Champions, which of course will be on June 18th. Welcome everybody to the BrewCrew channel. My name is Hayden Brewer. Like I said before, kind of going over my early predictions, kind of my first ever video of doing early predictions. I've always done like final predictions or something like that when like the match card is full, but I'm going to kind of do something different and kind of start maybe do like early predictions as well, and then sort of do like my final predictions. Of course, again, welcome to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell for future videos. Try to do wrestling. Of course, I do wrestling video content like this, and I also do a little bit of football content as well, as I am a big football fan as well. But let's continue with this video, of course, with my early predictions. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I do want to go ahead and start off with saying that it's kind of going to be a little bit different with my early predictions. I was definitely thinking a lot of what kind of matches I would do, or like what matches do I think they will do, because of course with these PLEs now, it's always maybe 5 matches, of course 7 matches for like the 2-night events with WrestleMania. So definitely trying to think of like, mostly not like what matches do I think they're going to put on, or like mostly kind of, I'm going to be saying multiple matches, not just 5 matches that I think could be pretty cool to have on the match card, or that I think they will do on the match card. But before I actually get to my predictions, we already have one match that of course is already set, and that is of course the WWE Championship match between CM Punk and John Cena. I'm not really going to go too into detail because this is an official match. I'll probably go more into it in my final prediction video. So I'm not really going to say who I want to win or who I think could win, because I want to let it build up or something like that. But I kind of want to maybe say I do think John Cena will win, but I kind of want to wait for the build up to build up more. But I'm definitely excited for this. So yes, this is the first official match that of course was made this past Monday. I am also recording this video on Friday, so SmackDown has not happened yet for me. So I don't know, probably this weekend is when this video will come out. So hopefully whatever changes, I'll probably put on my final prediction video. So if any like official match is made for Night of Champions tonight on SmackDown, I will make it of course in my final prediction video before Night of Champions. But anyway, I kind of want to start off with really just kind of my championship matches that I think could happen. Starting off really with the women's division titles, I want to kind of go ahead and say, like, I don't know about the world championships because I haven't really seen anything of why they would put a world title match for the women's on Night of Champions. So kind of the 3 women's matches, like title matches that I think they might do. Of course, with what happened with Nikki Bella and Liv Morgan, I would not be shocked if like Brie Bella comes back and they go on the challenge for the women's tag titles against Liv and Raquel. Whether that will be for Night of Champions, or maybe they'll probably set that up for Evolution, the all-women's PLE as well. So either way, I think they'll probably do something like that with what happened on Monday Night Raw. And mostly I think they could do something with like to, of course, still bring up the women's mid-card titles. You have both women's mid-card titles on the show. First, the women's US title, Julia challenging Zelina Vega. Of course, we saw, I think this past SmackDown before Money in the Bank, we saw her go after Zelina Vega. And I don't know if it's happening tonight. I can't remember. I don't know what's happening tonight for SmackDown, or if it will be on a SmackDown, or if it will be for Night of Champions. That, of course, Julia will challenge for the women's US title, and I would really love to see Julia as women's US champion. But I do know that this match probably could happen for Night of Champions, and that is of course a match for the women's Intercontinental title. I initially was going to say Lara versus Becky for a 3rd time, but now of course with Bayley coming back, I would like to see if they do go in a way of like a triple threat match with Lyra, Bayley, and Becky, and maybe set up the climactic ending to the to this rivalry between Lyra and Becky, either at Evolution or maybe at SummerSlam. But they might do it at Evolution, maybe, I don't know. But I think I have it now predicted as potentially they might bring it to a triple threat match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Now moving out of the women's division, let's go to the tag team division. That's also another thing I don't know. Maybe they'll do something with New Day, and of course we know the Wyatt Six is dealing with the whole tag division. So I don't know if there'll be like a tag team championship match on the line besides the women's tag titles. But if you guys think of any sort of matchup that they could do for Night of Champions, let me know in the comments down below. But I really have nothing right now. For the tag team titles. So yeah, but again, let me know in the comments what y'all guys think could challenge for the tag team titles at Night of Champions if they do a tag team title match. Moving on to the mid-card titles, of course, the Intercontinental and US title. One match that I do think they should do because they've kind of have been teasing it. Damian Priest and Jacob Fatu for the United States title. This match would really be good. Of course, Damian Priest coming off of finishing his big-time rivalry with Drew McIntyre. And, of course, he's been eyeing that United States title ever since, of course, going into Backlash. And definitely would be big. Of course, Jacob Fatu, of course, kind of portraying Solo Sikoa. He will be talking tonight, of course, about all that. But definitely waiting to see, of course, it's set up for Night of Champions. And maybe then after that, we'll set up him and Solo at SummerSlam. But I would like to see Damian Priest versus Jacob Fatu at Night of Champions for the United States title. Now, for the Intercontinental title, of course, I have this feeling they might running back again with Penta. But I don't know. That's kind of another thing I'm kind of with Dominic. Maybe they'll do like a multi-man with Penta and maybe Chad Gable or something. But again, kind of just in the comments down below, let me know what you guys think of who Dominic Mysterio should defend the title against at Night of Champions if they do an Intercontinental title match at Night of Champions. So again, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think or y'all's thoughts down below of who y'all think they might do. But I have a feeling inside me that they might do Dominic versus Penta again for the Intercontinental title at Night of Champions. So there is that as well. So we did actually talk about the WWE Championship. Of course, we all know about the World Heavyweight Championship. Still can't believe it right now. Gunther is, of course, your new World Heavyweight Champion. Was not expecting it. I always said in my previous videos that I wanted Jey Uso to at least hold on to the title until SummerSlam. And I would have liked if they did do it for Night of Champions, for Gunther and Jey. But which, if I'm honest with you, is still sort of my prediction. I know people are probably not going to like it, but if I'm honest with you, I think it's the right thing to do, And really, it doesn't really, I don't think this loss buries Jey, and I don't think it will hurt Jey. But of course, I'm hearing the rumors of Jey and Jimmy getting back together as a tag team and like doing something with the New Day for SummerSlam, which would be cool and interesting. But it just like, I just don't know how I would feel about that because I would like to see more of a singles run from Jey, of him wanting to be world champion again, and at least a longer world champion instead of 51 days as world champion. But anyway, back to my predictions though. I think they're going to run Jey and Gunther again for the World Heavyweight Championship, and then who knows, maybe Gunther does go on to retain, and it either leads to something with Goldberg, because of course there's still the rumors of Goldberg having his last match against Gunther is the main person that everybody is saying that Goldberg will face for his last match, either at SummerSlam. People are also saying potentially for the next Saturday night's main event, which I hope does not happen. Or if Jey does pull off the win, become a two-time world champion, that's really going to irk a lot of wrestling fans, especially a lot of fans of Gunther, and a lot of Jey Uso fan haters as well out there, if Jey Uso wins the world title back after a short reign from Gunther, but I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And if they do that, I wouldn't actually mind it because I feel like that should be the right decision. I think Jey Uso should go back after the World Heavyweight title and run it again with Gunther, probably for one final time, hopefully. But I mean, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see how next Monday looks really for that. So yeah. Next is sort of the non-title matches, which of course is also including the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. The only like non-title match that's not potentially the two tournament matches that I think they could do, that I would like for them to do, is like LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. And I would love if they do some sort of stipulation where like the Money in the Bank contract's on the line, but I don't know. They might do that and like Seth might retain it or something, or like keep it or whatever. But also people are thinking like this means like he's going to go to Monday Night Raw. I mean, I don't know. He's still scheduled for SmackDown as well. So we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. I'm sorry, I'm moving stuff around. Let me see if I can maybe pull it up on something. If I can pull up the brackets. If I can pull up the bracket for, sorry for the noises, if you guys hear noises. If I can pull up the brackets for King and Queen of the Ring brackets. So I probably should have had this pulled up earlier, but okay, so this one that I have up, okay, these are these were last year's, 2025. That's last year's. Here we go, 2025. Okay, so here we go. For this year's brackets, of course, this past Monday, Sami Zayn won and is going on. I think tonight, sorry, I think someone's mowing outside. So I think tonight is Orton, Knight, Aleister Black, and Carmelo Hayes. I don't know who I have winning that one. We'll have to see later tonight. We'll go on to face Sami Zayn. Then the next Raw will be Sheamus, Rusev, Bronson Reed, and a mystery opponent who I actually think might be Ilya. And then, of course, next Friday will be Cody Rhodes, Damian Priest, Andrade, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, the finals, if I'm honest with you, now seeing Sami Zayn go, I think they might do Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes in the finals, which could be a really good match, but also be really interesting because both men are really wanting to go after a world championship. Sami Zayn, who's never won one, really wants to go after that World Heavyweight Championship. And of course, Cody Rhodes, who got the pin on John Cena at Money in the Bank, would be nice to, of course, win the King of the Ring and go straight to SummerSlam to have a rematch with John Cena. And if I'm honest with you, I have Cody Rhodes winning it. I would love to see if they do end up making Sami Zayn win, but I actually have Cody Rhodes winning because I think he's the right choice to win, in my opinion, the right choice to win and go on to face John Cena. And then maybe them two again have one more match at John Cena's final PLE, which is, of course, I think called Ruthless Aggression because it's named after him and it's going to be his final show. So I guess that could set up for that as well. But I have, for the King of the Ring side of things, I have Cody Rhodes winning. For the Queen of the Ring side of things, let me see if I can pull up the women's bracket. Oh, here we go, women's bracket. So we know Roxanne won, of course, this past Monday. I think tonight is Jade Cargill, Michin, Piper Niven, and Nia Jax. So shockingly enough, if I'm honest with you, the finals that I have is probably the Dream Match finals, and that's probably going to be Charlotte and Jade Cargill. But with Roxanne moving on, I honestly won't be shocked if they move on to do Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair, which would be an interesting match. But who do I have winning? If I'm honest with you, I think you actually have Roxanne winning because I don't know about Charlotte Flair winning again. And then you're doing the same thing with Cody Rhodes, like the same thing with Charlotte Flair that you're doing with Cody Rhodes. I don't think that's going to happen because then Tiffany's going to be the champion still, and we're going to have to run Tiffany and Charlotte again. If they do that, just hopefully it's a better build-up than their WrestleMania build-up. But that's my predicted finals and potentially my predicted win. But both finals, I'm kind of going to be back and forth with. I'm going to probably have both women on my mind to potentially win. But, I mean, these are some really stacked brackets right now with both the women and men's side of things for both of these King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. And I definitely am going to be excited. Excuse me. I'm very excited that they brought them back, and I'm excited that they're doing it for Night of Champions and all that. I mean, not that I'm saying like I didn't like it when they did like a show called King and Queen of the Ring. I'm just glad like they're doing it again and they're not going to wait another 5 years or something like that to bring it back, you know, because that's what they used to do, you know. But hopefully this is going to be a yearly thing now, you know. And of course, the winner goes on to SummerSlam to challenge for a women's title, a women's world title, and a men's world title at SummerSlam. So I'm definitely ready and interested to, of course, see how the rest of this tournament goes and how the finals goes and what the final match card is going to look like. So yeah, can't wait for it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So of course, a little bit of a longer video because I did talk a lot. Hopefully with my early prediction videos, it won't really be this long, but I don't know. Probably be different with these early prediction videos. But of course, we'll wait until it gets close to the show, which is around June 28th, which could be in a couple weeks, to do my final prediction videos, or not our video, my final predictions. So I don't know if they're gonna do 5 matches or if they are gonna do maybe a little bit more matches, but it's just I don't know. It's just definitely also hard as well because of course Night of Champions, I remember them always saying like it's the one night a year where every championship is on the line. So hopefully they still probably do that, just adding the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments to it. But I don't know, with the short amount of time between, of course, the shows, now 3 weeks instead of it used to be like 4 or 5 weeks, it's like, I don't know. So definitely looking forward to see how the rest of the tournament goes, how the rest of these weeks go, building up to Night of Champions. And so yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys' early predictions are, who you guys think is gonna fight for who you guys' predictions for the finals for the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments are, and who you got winning them and all that. So yeah. Again, hopefully probably will have my final prediction video in a few weeks before, of course, Night of Champions happens, as usual. So yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. And also, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button and also hit that notification bell for future upcoming videos for this channel as well. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Peace.